Okay, I'm going to do another video, handyman video. I haven't done one for a while. So this one is about architraves around doors. And I think I'll do another one today about how to hang a door as well. But this one's about architraves. And when you're laying new plaster, etc., the ideal is that you get a frame, a door jamb that is as wide as your frame plus your two pieces of plasterboard on both sides. And the ideal is that it ends up flush like this. This is a good job. This is a new door jamb that I laid, put on a wall that I made. So it's all pretty much, if you have a look at it, pretty much spot on. There's very little, only a couple of millimeters, which is fine. So this is a good job, right? However, when you're doing renovations, you will find that it's not everything is always level, etc. Or you're working with different width walls, with different width, studs, etc. So anyway, once you put the architrave on the wall, on the door jamb and the wall, and you nail it in place, it should end up like this kind of thing. So there's your standard 45-degree miter. But however, on the other side, you'll notice there's a really, quite a distinct 5 millimeter, and I really could not get this down. It's a good 5 millimeters at least, or a quarter inch out proud of the actual door jamb. So, I could probably have gotten a bigger door jamb and then planed it down, but that's a lot of work as well. And it was quite fine on the other side. It was just this side of the wall that was terrible. So anyway, how do you get around that? Well, the best way to do that is very difficult to notice when you're just a layman kind of thing and you're not looking for it specifically, is what you can do is actually use a planer to plane down the back, or the outside edge of the architrave, so that the inside edge, this one here, still sits on the architrave fine, on the door jamb fine. But then what you do is plane it so that it takes out some meat of the timber that basically allows you to lay it flat. Now, of course, that does mean that on this edge, it does change. Of course, the thickness down here is the normal thickness, which is 18 millimeters. But as you come up here and it starts planing some away, it comes down to about, I'd say maybe 10 or 12 millimeters. But you know what? For the average layman that goes walking past there and is looking at buying your house or whatever, they really will not notice that. It's a very hard thing to notice. So, and here's the top piece I'm about to put up here. So at one end, we've got it straight, no planing required. But at the other end, I had to go you'll see it's pretty deep actually. I had to go a pretty deep kind of amount of planing out so that it fits over the proud plasterboard. Now, if we put that in place, like so, nice, beautiful miter cut there, fits in perfectly. And then in here, by the time I press it in, etc., it'll sit flush. And up the top, it's maybe only 10 mils. So I've probably taken out like 8 mils of timber at the top. But you know what? Last time I went and bought a house, I don't stand up on a ladder and look down and go, oh, hang on, he's done a bit of cheating here. So that's a way to get away with door jambs that aren't quite proud, or the plasterboard that isn't quite flush with your door jamb, which is the ideal. Of course, it's always better to do it right, but when you're talking about dealing with older houses that you're renovating, man, the walls can be an inch out sometimes. They're quite terrible, and you have to pack them out, but even then it can get tricky. But there's a trick of the trade that you can do. It is time consuming. Your average carpenter will not be interested in doing that kind of stuff. They'll just put on the big, straight up, won't take any down, and there'll be a huge gap here. They just fill in with like no more gaps or whatever. So your average carpenter won't care to do that. This is why you need somebody that cares for their work, and you will end up with a much better result that looks a lot better. All right, good luck. Watch out for my next video. Hey, why not subscribe, like, and I'm still new to this. I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Have fun.